Equal weight S&P 500 makes a 52-week high, which negates the recent bearish divergence. I will explain what I mean. Stock pullback could begin about 2% higher, and I will also explain how I arrived with that number. We will revisit a trade for Facebook Meta, which was opened a while back, and subscribers are up over 160%. Congratulations to subscribers. And dollar strength could sink precious metals. All this and more in today's edition of MasterChartsTrading.com market recap for Friday, February 2nd, 2024. As always, keep the likes, the shares, and any comments that you want to make going. Thank you very much for doing this on this YouTube channel. This is what keeps this channel going. If you're a subscriber, stay tuned. We'll have quite a bit of various securities to cover, notably market breadth, crude oil, natural gas, and Bitcoin are going to be covered in the members only section, as well as junk bonds and treasury bonds as well. Various ETFs such as S&P 500, Cannabis, as well as emerging markets and frontier markets, large cap stocks such as General Motors, Target, 3M, as well as some of the more speculative stocks such as Carvana and DocuSign, as well as Block Incorporated, a payment processor. Throughout the presentation, I'll be using my proprietary MasterChartsTrading.com price action indicators. You can see them on this chart. There's green, blue, red, and yellow lines. You can find out more about them by going to the description of the video and click on the sign up link for MasterCharts Trading. Let's get started. We're currently looking at S&P 500 index. And notice that today we closed at new all-time high. This is clearly a very bullish chart, very bullish move into the new uncharted territories. This is okay, so notice this kind of like line with circles on it, and I drew in this line back on the 3rd of January, so right at the beginning of the year. I thought we're going to be pulling back a little bit before making a new high, and then we're going to be pulling back more significantly. So far, we more or less followed my prediction. We did make a high, but I didn't realize we're going to be making, significantly more highs than the previous one that was made in December here. And looks like we're keep going for now. Now this pullback that I keep thinking about finally unfolding, it's the most logical target in my opinion is pullback towards my blue indicator line. We can also turn on the 200-day moving average. You can see the 200-day moving average is somewhere around the same area, like around 4,500 or so. So a pullback towards that area is quite reasonable. And additionally, you can see that there is a gap here from November 13th to November 14th price action. So all of those kind of magnets for a pullback are situated between 44 and around 4,500 or so. So we'll be watching for a pullback. So far we're not really seeing it, but we can look on the weekly chart, and I'll show you one way to estimate a potential move following a breakout. So let's concentrate on this area. I'm gonna draw it in. Let me move this out of the way. So I'm looking right now at this area. Notice this high from July 24th for S&P 500, and then a pullback into October of 2023 last year. And then we see a rally until we reach the previous highs from July 2023. And then at that point, we see a breakout on the week of 11th of December of last year, 2023. So the depth of this pattern, that pattern that I just described, from October, or rather from July into October, the depth of this pattern is around 12%. So when we have this breakout that occurred on the 11th of December, it's very like a good way to estimate how high the price action will go by simply seeing how deep this pattern was. I'm going to turn off my indicators for a second. And this pattern again was around 11-12%. So I think we could easily continue for a little bit higher. We're about currently about 8%, 8.5% into this move already. So to move, around 11-10%, I'm looking at points. So this depth of this pattern is 487 points where I'm hovering. So I'm duplicating this pattern on the upside. It's about 487 points on the upside after the breakout. And notice that right this instant we're about 2.5% away from that target. So the target for this move is around 5100 for S&P 500. So we're about 2% away from that target. I think at that point, at least this pattern would have, would come to a close, so to speak. This would be played out. So this is where I'm getting this potential prediction that we will be moving about 2% higher before finally rolling over. Will it actually happen? There's only one way to find out. I mean, we could roll over tomorrow. It's very possible. I mean, we're super overextended, and it's just like a normal garden variety pullback of about 8-9%. Would not be anything out of the ordinary, and it would be just like a normal thing and very healthy also for the market. So we're waiting for that pullback. That pullback would be interpreted as a buying opportunity. But we need to first see it. For now, we're just following along. I am actually long myself. I am long, in other words, I bought S&P 500 back in October. I'm still long. I have about half of the position remaining. I took profits about in mid-January here, but I'm still long on the half of the position. I'm also long QQQ, NASDAQ. This one I've actually been long for so long. I got in January 2023, so in fact more than a year ago. And I'm still about half of my position is still open. I did take profits. I'm still trailing higher. We're at record highs, so I don't see really a reason to close my position at this point. So this is the type of trades we do at MasterCharts Trading. I like to see quick trades, but sometimes they just go on and on and on. In fact, I'm about to show you one that really just goes on and on and on, and it hasn't really finished the move yet. So here it is, an actual alert for Meta platforms, also known as Facebook. Alerts were sent, 3 alerts were sent back in February, March of 2023, about a year ago, literally about a year ago. And notice the way this move unfolded. Notice that we haven't touched this blue support resistance line for about a year now. Okay, so that means that this trade is still technically open. So if I opened this trade back in March of 2023, I would have still kept it open. I personally did not open this trade, but I know that some of the subscribers did in fact open this trade. So notice how this trade unfolded. It just continues higher, and it really never even got back down towards the blue line. And today we see a huge gap up. We had like a 20% gap up following a very good earnings report, and also an announcement of a dividend. Although some people are saying that this is like the end of it. Once you see a dividend announcement by some sort of a speculative stock, then that's probably going to be the end of it. Maybe, maybe not. Whatever it is, if you opened back in 2023, March of 2023, you're up 160%. And once again, this position would be still open if I was trading it. So congratulations if you opened Meta, also known as Facebook, a while back, and I would continue holding it and see where it happens. What happens? If I was trading this stock, I would put my trailing stop at the blue support resistance line. So my stop would be at 366 currently, and the price is 470. So obviously you can take profits, but we don't know how high the stock will go. And it does look a bit overextended, but everything else is overextended as well. So let's see where it goes. But for now, big congratulations if you have this position still open. Let's move on to the dollar currency index. So dollar currency index has exhibited several changes in trend. First, up until October 2023, we were technically in a downtrend, and we broke out into an uptrend, but then we reversed back into a downtrend in December of last year, 2023. That downtrend seemed to be quite short-lived, and notice how, interestingly enough, the price bounced off the yellow indicator lines where I'm hovering on the 27th and 28th of December. So this to me shows that it's a support. This line provided support, and then continued higher. So for the past about half a month, from about 16th of January until today, really, we were basically trading in a range until finally today we broke out above it. So overall, this is a good sign for the dollar. For the dollar. Notice this breakout where we closed above previous highs. And additionally, notice that we're super close to the blue support resistance line. We're about half a percentage point away from this blue line, which would imply that dollar has again will re-enter a new uptrend. It hasn't done so yet, but I think following today's very bullish looking candlestick, this is a very bullish candlestick, big green candle, I think we could easily see it next week. And if we break into a new uptrend for a dollar, gold will come under pressure. And here is gold, XAU divided by USD. So again, if the bottom part of this equation, USD, is getting bigger, it will pull this currency pair lower. So for now, we're still sort of attempting to hold support. Notice this blue support resistance line is more or less acting as one. But I think after today's action in dollar, I'm fairly certain we will continue lower. Additionally, gold has shown this big resistance candle on the 4th of December, and this is clearly a big shooting star candlestick. So big shadow of the top, a big red candle, and a close next to the end of the session. So this is a bearish candlestick. So we're waiting for gold. I think gold will break down, especially if dollar, just strengthens a little bit. It only needs to strengthen a little bit for dollar to break down and continue lower. This is going to be a relatively short video. Again, if you're not yet a subscriber, consider signing up, because we are going to be covering quite a bit of securities that I normally cover in the regular video, but this week they're going to be in the members only. That namely is market breadth, crude oil, natural gas, Bitcoin, junk debt, and Treasury bonds to a lesser degree, as well as some of the other stocks that you see on this list. If you're not yet a subscriber, head over to MasterChartsTrading.com, click on sign up for one of the products. So I I have two products on one bundle. So the trading indicators are these lines on the chart. You can have them on your tradingview.com account. This is a tradingview.com account, and you only need a free tradingview.com account. Once you sign up for free on tradingview.com, head over to MasterCharts Trading and sign up for one of the plans. So trading indicators, and I will open the door for you. Once you sign up, I'll open the door for you for trading indicators on tradingview.com. Also, I have a newsletter where I send out daily alerts and weekly members-only video for various securities. So you can see we have quite a bit of securities to cover this week. And of course, the best deal is to get both trading indicators and newsletters together. And now I have yearly plans. And you can see that the yearly plans at $49.95 per month if you sign up for a year. And that's a nice discount from $59.95 per month if you sign up on a monthly basis. That's it for this week's recap. Please let me know if you have any questions. Make a comment, share this video, and hit the like button, of course. Thank you again for watching, and have another great trading week. Bye-bye.